speech number 2. This project is about organizing your speech. Our next speaker has completed all 40 speeches toward his DTM, that's the Distinguished Toastmaster level, and is starting over with his Competent Communicator Manual. This time around, he promises to do a better job.
I hope so.
Please welcome Trent Martin. The title of his speech, If the City Won't Bury You, the County Will. If the city won't bury you, the county will. Trent Martin.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. My father called me the other day, and like always, he asked me, well, how are things at the city? Like always, I replied, oh, they're going pretty well, except, I work at the county. City, county, what's the difference? Most people don't know there is a difference. But it makes a difference to me. You see, I worked at Harris County for the past 12 years, and in that time, I've really come to appreciate the intricacies of this unique form of local government. So today, I'm going to limb out the... I'm going to limb how this form of local government works. And it touches all of our lives, because it's worth knowing if we're to be informed citizens. First off, I'd like to say that you have to understand county governments are very different from city governments. They're very limited in their authority. A city can do whatever they want. If they want to require every citizen to put Christmas ornaments on their lawn every year, they can do that. They can outlaw camels if they want. County governments, on the other hand, can only do the things that the state specifically delegates them to do. In fact, counties, you can think of them as an arm of the state. A state agency, if you will. They are charged generally with providing services, basic level of service at the local level. It is building roads, providing law enforcement in a jail, a clerk to file away important records, and a taxing authority, and a mechanism for administering voting at the local level. And that's when you go to rural communities, and that's pretty much all a county will do. When you go to a more densely populated area like Houston, you'll find that counties expand their duties. Harris County, for instance, we have a health department, we have an engineering department. We have a pollution control, mosquito control, and animal control division. We have restaurant inspectors, and we have a licensing system set up for restaurants as well. We have building permits that we have to issue. In addition, we have constable office, sheriff's office. We have the county clerk, which stores vital statistics, business records, personal property records, and we have all kinds of courthouses, criminal courts, civil courts. As well, we have a taxing authority and an appraisal district. We do a lot here at Harris County. Some counties go so far as to provide trash and sewer and water services, so Harris County does not do that. So that, in a nutshell, is what counties do. Now let's take a look and see how counties operate. How are they made up? How are they organized? There are 256 counties in Texas, and each county is divided up into 4 precincts. I have behind me the map of Harris County, showing the 4 precincts of Harris County. Does anyone here know what precinct they live in, by the way? Most people don't. At the precinct level, the precincts build their own parks, and they build their own roads and maintain their roads. Each precinct is governed by a commissioner. The commissioners get together every 2 weeks and decide important business matters for the county, and they get with the county judge, and that forum is called Commissioners Court. Commissioners Court meets, like I said, twice a month. Commissioners Court is very powerful, and they decide not only how funding is distributed to departments, but even what departments there are at the county. So we have precincts, we have Commissioners Court, and we have departments. And I've already reviewed many of the departments that Harris County has. But let's get to the fun part. The really interesting part to me is how power is distributed with the county. The power lies with the commissioners. As I said, each precinct is governed by a commissioner. The commissioner can do whatever he wants. It's his kingdom. He answers to nobody. He can decide where to build a road, where to build a park, his own little pet projects. Precinct 3 has a zoo in Bear Creek Park, which is, I think, kind of weird. But they all have their own pet project. So first off, the county commissioner is a road and bridge superintendent. They're charged with building roads within the precinct and administering their park system. But also they're an officer with Commissioners Court, and they decide the business matters of the county during Commissioners Court. See, Commissioners Court distributes the funding. They hold the purse strings. That gives them great power. The person has the gold, has the power. Is that right? So, even elected officials and departmental heads, if they don't work well with Commissioners Court, they're going to find their job hampered and frustrated. A good case in point is our new sheriff, Adrian Garcia. He has a hard time working with Commissioners Court and often butts heads with commissioners. As a consequence, he finds that many of his funding requests are denied. If an official is ineffectual at his job because he doesn't have the funding, chances are he's not going to be reelected. Commissioners are very powerful. Now, most people are like my dad. They don't even know there is a county, let alone do they know who their commissioner is. But today I have tried to outline what county governments are like. If you've been called to jury duty, that was through our district clerk. If you've ever bought a piece of property, those records are on file with our county clerk's office. And don't worry, should you die a penniless pauper, the county will bury you. So next time you see me, don't ask me how are things at the city. I work for Harris County. Thank you.